See, I was playing Black Ops 4, and I got that on live stream. These names are on that game, but it's showing Black Ops 3, not Black Ops 4. See, every time I get past to a certain name, this one, which one was it? Fuck. This one right here, right there, that one automatically put me on mute as soon as they heard Mr. Hate Vicious talking. They didn't give no beef or nothing. They just, and they still kept playing, but they didn't cause no beef or nothing, no drama. They did. I'm trying to scroll through and find. Uh, I mean, this fucking bullshit. Oh, this one was another one, but I believe that one wasn't actually a kid, and he fucking he was seriously fuck. Oh man, he he literally hates MGTOW channels, Red Pill channels, but he wasn't hating on Undead Chronic. He didn't know who that was. He just knows there's MGTOW and Red Pill channels, and he hates them all. Fuck. Trying to get to those two names that them white boys, because they're really fucking racist and hateful as fuck. I mean, the blacks and the Mexican gamers, they didn't mind, because it was them hating on their own race and not actual blacks and Mexicans. But, I mean, that's still fucking hate. No, and I've gotten into disagreements with other white people saying, you hate your own race? I was like, I didn't deny it. I mean, I do have hate for certain people of my race. I have hate for certain people of your race, but that does not mean I hate your whole race. That just means I hate that individual. That individual is making your race look bad. Just like I say that about my race. Any of my race who is fucking racist, I hate that individual. I don't hate my race. But I will say, yes, they are making my race look bad. Yes, they are making sure more non-natives are going to hate me just for the simple fact of one other native who's a racist piece of shit. Now, I will say this. The racism in prison, in jail, that's different. Especially if you are an innocent man and you don't know the workings of jail life, prison life. I mean, I don't know nothing about prison life. I ain't trying to, but I know some about jail life. Being sent to jail over stupid bullshit. And I mean, they understood that I do know about racism and hate, and a lot of them just say, man, I'm just here to do my time and go back home. That's how they recruit. They're looking for people who literally have nothing else to go back to. I mean, I remember this one time. Yeah, I got sent to jail. I woke up in solitary. That's how blacked out I got. And they sent me to a pod where, general population and everything. I was put on second tier. On lower tier, on first tier, it's all fucking lockdown. Because it was all hardcore, deep Sereno. All of first tier was all Sereno. There's two of them that fucking they were the shot callers of that pod. Each one on first tier, they all had their own hour out, and the corrections officers they didn't give, they weren't trying to do shit in the pod I was in. The only people they were fucking with is everyone that was on second tier. They weren't trying to fucking control anything that was going on first tier. They weren't. They sat there and they watched the two shot callers, use like some type of fucking makeshift plastic baggie with a straw and go around and let everyone have a fucking drink of Pruno. And I, I was like, holy shit. And one of the rules is first tier isn't allowed to be on top tier, on the second tier. Because the jail I was in, there's only first tier and second tier of that pod. But yeah, the shot caller didn't care about that rule, so he walked up on a second tier. He went around asking, hey man, you got a home or you got nothing to go back to? That's how much control corrections officers truly have in jail, especially when it's deep fucking gang members like that. But I wasn't there when that happened. I was told that's what happened. And then, corrections officer says, hey man, if you was here a couple weeks before, you probably would have been recruited and you probably couldn't say no. I did the South Side Whistle. He was like, oh, you do know about that life. Yeah, I didn't say anything. I just kept walking, because I wasn't trying to, catch a small infraction, a minor infraction, and stay longer. I ain't trying to. But I mean, there's a couple pods for the North Siders, and there's pods for the South Siders, and then there's the Native Americans. They get put in with either pod because they actually don't really have no beef with either side because they're usually their best customers. So basically, any native in jail in the county I live in, they basically get a fucking pass, really, but not unless you get sent to that one sicko pod. Then pretty much, another guy ends up in jail, and sometimes the CEO will say, "Hey, this guy's in here. You want to be put in with him?" We'll look the other way. But I mean, I ain't trying to be about that life, But I do know certain things, and I'm walking a fine line, because I, I ain't trying to get pulled to that one side where I'm pushing up daisies. I don't want that. So I just mind my shit. I ain't trying to mix it up with someone else's and be like, hey, no. But yeah, there's two different types of hate. One that you're indoctrinated with, and the one where you learn that everybody knows you have to be racist, but you're not. You're just doing it because others are expecting of that of you. It's a sign of weakness if you don't fucking call someone by their racist fucking term.